Alright, welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered. This is part 11, and in this part we're just going to be finishing up here in Blighttown. All we're really going to do is we're going to do 2 boss fights and some other miscellaneous stuff, but we'll talk about that when we get there. First thing we're going to do here is I'm actually going to pick up this item that I missed last time, a large Titanite shard, so make sure you grab that. Once we make our way over to this branchy, spidery looking area, we're gonna run past these big ogre Goliath guys that we saw last episode. And once you make it into this tunnel, you can use the purple moss clump because there's no poison swamp or anything in this area up ahead. But yeah, make sure you're human when you come through here, because you're gonna need to summon Maneater Mildred here. If you don't remember Maneater Mildred, we killed her in the last episode. She was an invader, an AI. So if you didn't kill her, you won't be able to summon her here. But you probably killed her if you made it all the way here as a human. Once she's in, you can go ahead and go through the fog wall here and start up the boss fight. Now we're gonna fight Chaos Witch Quelaag here, so it's gonna be a giant spider lady, and she's pretty easy, especially because we have our lightning spears. Pretty much your best bet is to sit back and just keep chucking lightning spears at her. Try not to get into melee range with her unless you have to. And then on top of that, she should aggro to Mildred if Mildred can make it past this lava. I try to walk over here to see if I can trick Mildred's AI to walk around the lava, but then I just ended up trapping her even more, so try not to do that. The only attacks you really have to watch out for from Quelaag is her lava attack. Just make sure you don't get in the lava. It doesn't look like it does a whole lot of damage, but it actually does a bunch of damage. Her sword attacks are pretty easy to dodge, as long as you stay behind her or out of her range or to her sides. She can't really hit you with the sword. If you do end up getting close enough to be in melee range though, keep paying attention to see if she sits still, because if she sits still and she's not spewing lava, she's probably going to blow herself up, similar to the stray demon that we fought at the Undead Asylum. And you don't want to get caught in that explosion. So that's about all you have to watch out for from her. Once you've killed her, you can come pull this lever and ring the second bell. This is the second bell of awakening. The first one we did ring at the church, and I let this cutscene play out just because it kind of shows the game progression a little bit. You can see there's the church where you rang the first bell. And now that we rang both bells, this giant dude pulls on this chain and Sen's Fortress opens up. So now we can go to that area if we want to, which we will next episode. So little sneak peek of what we'll be doing. But again, that's next episode, so we don't got to worry about that right now. Once the cutscene's over, you should get the achievement for ringing the second bell in Quelaag's domain, and a homeward bone. I'll take some homeward bones. But once you've done that, once you've come down here, you can swipe at this wall because it's fake, it's not real, and come talk to this guy. He'll basically ask you, are you a servant? You gotta say yes. And he'll be like, alright, cool, you can come talk to Milady. So once he gets his slow ass out of the way, you can rest at this bonfire. And that's a Firekeeper bonfire, so you can see I got 10 Estus from that. And this is a Firekeeper, so I can, or you can, use your Firekeeper soul that we got last episode to reinforce your Estus flask to +3. Not only that, but she is the leader of the Chaos Servant Covenant, so join that to get the achievement and to get the Great Chaos Fireball Pyromancy. That is our 5th Pyromancy already. We are stacking up on the Pyromancies. Now you don't have to do this part. I had 5 humanity in my counter from when we were farming slugs, and I wanted to get rid of those, and you're gonna have to give her 30 humanity by the end of the game anyways, so I figured, hey, why don't I give her some? So I gave her 10. And then after I did that, I wasn't really sure if joining another covenant would reset my progress on that, so I immediately went to go see if I had enough humanity to give her all 30. And I had 31, so I have exactly 1 humanity left after all this. Again, you don't have to do this. I'm just doing this right now because I had enough, and again, I wanted to get rid of what was in my counter. You should actually probably wait to do this till way later when you have enough humanity to spare. But once you give her 30, you'll get the Chaos Storm Pyromancy, and that's going to be our 6th Pyromancy already. And we're not done. We're still going to get more this episode. Once you've done that, you can come back down this tunnel and enter the Demon Ruins. Now, the Demon Ruins are actually a later game area, so some of the enemies are going to be a little bit hard here. Not that there's a lot of enemies in this first area anyways, but you want to come light this bonfire and rest at it, because we're going to do another boss fight, and it's pretty hard, and it takes a while if you do it the normal way. But we're not going to do it the normal way. We're going to do a little cheese or exploit sort of thing. But we'll talk about that when we actually get into the boss fight. You'll see I'm carrying 36,000 souls on me. That is just because I knew I needed a big amount for something I'm going to buy later. But I didn't know how much it was. I couldn't remember. The actual amount that I need is 25,000. So I could have spent some souls. I could have spent about 31,000 souls before coming to this boss fight, because this boss fight will actually get you 20,000 souls. So as long as you have 5,000 when you enter the fight, you'll leave with 25,000, which is the amount you'll need to buy what we need to buy. But yeah, take note of that little tunnel I just ran through. If this first little exploit easy mode trick doesn't work, you're gonna have to go into that tunnel to fight him. It just makes it a little bit easier to deal with him. Now I swapped to my Havel's Ring just to make me a little bit faster here. And as soon as you pick this item up, the fight will start. So walk to about here and wait for him to throw lava. Don't get hit by it, and then immediately keep running. Don't let your stamina bar empty out. Once it hits 0, you won't be able to run until it fills all the way back up, and that just kind of wastes time. You might get hit with an attack here. He did do an attack at me. He kind of blows fire at you. But that isn't really... It's not super lethal. The only way it's lethal is that it might knock you off the edge. So try and stay along the left wall here until you get all the way to the fog wall. And yeah, we don't need our shield for this. So if you wanted, you could have equipped I could have equipped a grass crest shield, just to increase your stamina regeneration a little bit for the fight. But he should follow you all the way over here. And once he does this little jump and grab onto the ledge, he can actually be knocked off if you just keep attacking his fist here. So, there you go. It didn't seem like I was doing a whole lot of damage, but I ended up killing him pretty quickly. And that's just because, like I said, you knock his grip off of the ledge and he falls to his death. And now that he's dead and he's not ceaselessly discharging a bunch of lava all over the place, all the lava that's there spills off the side, and now this new area is open. We're not going to go down there quite yet, and we're going to, like I said, this is a later game area, so we'll come back to this area much later in the game. You can see I got 20,000 souls from that, so I'm sitting on 56,000 souls. Way too many. You probably shouldn't be sitting on that many. You can see down there where the lava is, there's about 6 or 7 Taurus demons, which is the boss we fought in the 2nd or 3rd episode. I don't remember what episode it was. But yeah, there's about 6 or 7 that you gotta fight all at once. So like I said, later game area, don't bother going down there right now. Now, come back up here to this bonfire and spend some souls if you have enough to spend, as long as you have at least 25,000. And then I'm going to switch to my fist here and aggro this guy. And you want to try and get him to do that little grab attack and bite on you. And just keep doing it over and over. I've sped the footage up about 6 times speed. So, yeah, I did this for quite a while. And I would go until you maybe run out of Estus and then try and kill him. I stopped here even though I wasn't out of Estus, because I noticed after I got grabbed there, you can see my guy itch his head right there. You can barely see it just before he grabs me again. I run away to heal because I know that I'm done. There my guy itched his head again. But yeah, once you've run out of Estus or you've seen your guy itch his head, then you can kill him and kill all his little children here. Don't underestimate these things. These things can actually stagger you pretty easily, and because there's a lot of them, they can kill you pretty easily. So, but once they're dead, you can rest at the bonfire here. Yeah, you can keep going. You just need to rest at the bonfire to replenish your Estus. But if you don't see your guy itch his head, then keep going. Keep doing getting the guy to do the grab attack on you. But if you are done with all that, then you can run all the way back over here to this bonfire. And you're just going to wait around. You can rest at the bonfire if you want, but it doesn't really matter. Again, this is sped up to 6 times speed for me, so I did stand here for quite a long time. You can see my guy's itching his head over and over and over again, but you just want to stand around up until, wait for it, right here, when you get this little egg on your head. And once that's happened, you can talk to this guy, and he'll give you an egg. But you want to talk to him again, and he'll actually be a vendor, and you're going to want to buy Toxic Mist for 25,000 souls. That'll be our 7th Pyromancy. You can buy Toxic Mist from him too, but we don't need to because, I'm sorry, you can buy Poison Mist from him too, but we don't need to because we picked that up last episode. Once you've bought that from him, you can use the egg that he gave you to cure the little herpes on your face. And then here I'm just going to spend some souls, which you can do as well if you have some left over. Finally get my strength to 16, so I can wield the Black Knight shield. Best shield in the game. Yeah, that's about it for this episode. Now I'm just going to show you guys how to get out of here. But yeah, that's the end of the episode. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure you tune into the next episode. See you next time.